So this one's the 9th of the 18 form qigong sequence. It's called turning the waist and pushing palms, or I rather call it just pushing palms. Again, varies in different forms. It's a nice basic one. And as with all the movements, or the qigong movements, they specifically help specific organs, meridians, electromagnetic rivers, linked to emotions, etc. Then meridians or nadis, in Indian, whatever you want to call them, are specifically linked to movements within each individual form. Oh, they do vary sometimes. Sometimes they're very always the same. You know, like bending ones always big kidneys, opening out the chest ones are big pericardium, heart and lungs. Again, it will, no matter what anyone says, be benefiting every single organ, cell, sinew of the body. So you can specifically focus on that, on the organ it's benefiting in the traditional sense. But you can basically, as it tells you, they vary from form to form. So that tells you where you put your mind, you can focus on. If you know a meridian, you want to do that, then do that. Or an organ or a place in the body, and you want to benefit that, then do that. Otherwise, just do it and feel how good you feel at the end. That's good enough. Okay. Nothing's set in stone. People get very set. This is regimented, this, and this is always like, you know, it doesn't matter. It's just movement. Mind candy. It's just movement at the end of the day. So do it, forget it, and then get back doing whatever. And if it feels good at the end, with the breathing, just the breathing and the motion, the breath synchronized manner, vinyasa, you know, you will get the benefits in every single organ, cell, in your body. But this one purely or traditionally benefits the bowel, bladder, stomach, large intestine, and the pericardium. Okay, it's about, yeah, there's a few in that. I think, you know, the bowels and the bladder will, that's got a low battery, so will be benefited with a lot of stuff. Because, you know, the organs get the massage with the movement, especially with the traditional breathing in the belly like a balloon. But we're not going down that. I've done that in other videos. We're going down the Pilates yogic path and a hypnotherapy path with it, a little bit of a mixture of the breath. But again, it's just breath linked to motion. And, you know, if you get them other benefits, great. You can either specifically focus on them or not. It doesn't matter. So let's go with the breathing. Again, there's a lot more in the breathing with these, because again, the movement you can get. Okay, so you can do these singly within the form or not. Again, this is the 9th of the 18 form qigong sequence, added onto the 8 brocades. And there's a form after this, there's a 9 form. So it's basically it's 3 forms put together, 35 moves. So this is 9, add the 8. This is like the 17th move of the 35. Doesn't matter, you can do these singly or individually. It doesn't matter, because we're going right into the breathing. So with that, we're going to go into the breathing. Nature's rule, not mine, to find our balance with the breath first. So zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals, take the navel towards the spine. Okay, and throw on that corset muscle, the transverse abdominis, the corset muscle. By doing that, you'll breathe into these lower lobes and lungs. You want to see where that breath's going. You get the 2 middle fingers touching underneath the xiphoid process, the sternum, the breastbones, palms on the lower lobes of lungs. The xiphoid process, that little dip where the sternum is, shoulders down. And as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals right now, you're going to breathe in through the nose and exhale through pursed lips. Now, I'm overemphasizing that, but this will happen. Even just a micro move or a millimeter, this will happen. Okay. The fingers will be moving like seaweed on the bottom of the seabed, them 2 middle fingers, going out to the sides and coming back to touch each other. Okay, because that breath can go nowhere apart from the lower lobes, the lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. Okay, so again, you can take the hands away, safe in the knowledge you're breathing into these lower lobes and lungs as you zip up pelvic floor. From that corset, that powerhouse, that girdle, strength, 3 layers deep, they go together, them two. You can't do them one without the other. That will segmentally stabilise your spine and help you breathe into these fish gills, 3D style right now. As you do that, Just breathing organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep. Into these lower lobes of lungs, intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. So someone's opening an umbrella inside your rib cage and letting go, or someone just pushing out from inside your ribs and letting go. That lovely, free, expansive breath. Just adding width to the lungs and length to the out breath. You're breathing through the nose and exhale through pursed lips right now. Even imagine you're blowing out a candle through pursed lips. That will work like a cough or sneeze. That will naturally help you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals without even trying or trying not to try. Lovely. You can imagine someone's wrapped a scarf around your ribs tightly and you're breathing into that scarf wide and full. Adding width to the lungs and length for the out breath. And that traditionally is the Pilates breath. That helps us use the pelvic floor and the corset muscle, the transverse abdominis, in the most efficient manner. Now we're going to close the mouth and go a little bit more yogic, still zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out abdominals, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. That smaller filter through the nose will help us lengthen the breath. The whole will cycle of the breath is lengthened, okay, naturally, because it's a smaller filter through the nose and that's more cleansing breath, and that will naturally lengthen the whole will cycle. And you will, as you do that right now, you will naturally feel your out breath to want to fall longer than the in breath. Okay, so as we've gone down that yogic path, the out breath will want to fall longer than the in breath, so allow that to happen without even trying or trying not to try. And then consciously take your mind to that out breath. So rather than the breath breathe you, you're going to breathe the breath, that out breath. Quadruple it, double it, triple it, whatever you like, the out breath. Make it longer than the in breath. The in breath's conscious thought, the out breath is subconscious thought. So by extending the out breath longer than the in breath, we're encouraging sleep, digestion, rest and relaxation, all on that lovely elongated out breath, which is longer than the in breath. The parasympathetic nervous system, it's been benefited. All the things we don't think about, the housekeeping properties of the body, all been benefited. The parasympathetic nervous system responses are benefited by elongating the out breath, longer than the in breath, allowing that simplicity to relax the mind. Cellular communications improved on a cellular level. Organ function, process elimination, assimilation. That health and renewal within the body, within the cells, moving in their own way, in a comfortable way. All being benefited by lengthening that out breath longer than the in breath, allowing that simplicity to relax the mind at will. And as that relaxes the mind at will, you quadruple it, double it, triple it the out breath within your limits. Don't force anything. That comes slightly more hypnotic, or the hypnotherapy principles are used by elongating the out breath longer than the in breath right now. As you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the nose for as long as you like. Okay. Lovely. Now you can stick with that, that's good enough. Or we go to Ujjayi breath, victorious breath, slightly more advanced, okay, yogic breath. Ujjayi breath, victorious breath in Sanskrit. So you breathe in, you grip at your esophagus, and you make this sound. If you can't get it, don't worry, just carry on breathing in, breathing as you're doing. Still zipping up, scooping out your abdominals, breathing through the nose, and it's like grip at your esophagus. Shoulders down, they want to come up, and exhale. You'll get this raspy, silky sound from the back of the throat. Sighing, whistling, silky, Ujjayi breath, victorious breath. Breathing through the nose. And exhaling, going with the mouth shut, like Darth Vader breath nearly. If you can't get it, don't worry. If you can, it even further gives our mind something to focus on within the breath. Helps us fan the fire to burn all the toxins in the body, that ujjayi breath. Helps us fan the fire to burn all the toxins in the body. Okay, ujjayi breath, victorious breath. Even helps stimulate the thyroid gland, which helps with weight control, etc. Lovely. So again, we go to sort of vinyasa way, breath synchronized motion. Pushing palms, it's like a sort of block from martial arts or Paxal, something like that. But again, it's just this motion. So again, just get that motion, shoulders down, as always. Imagine that trickle of water just running down the back and dispersing, amount of shoulders over hips, head over shoulders. You're going to breathe in and just exhale for as long as you like. Just let go, either with ujjayi breath or without. It doesn't matter. Breathe in for the nose and exhale. As you do that, you'll see the silhouette of the hand just going past the eye line. Okay, breathe in for the nose and exhaling for as long as you like. If you want to go deeper, go deeper. Again, go as wide as you like, it's optional to you. Feet, not Charlie Chaplin, they're facing the front, slightly out but not too much. Or just stand up high. If you've got really bad knee problems, don't go there. And again, if you want to spring the body in, you can do, from side to side. Just seeing the hand glide across the eye line, trance-like, come into the here and now, the present moment with the breath, the motion, the movement. Just get lost in the breath, the motion, the movement. Breathing for the nose. And exhaling for as long as you like. Just elongate that out breath longer than the in breath. So it's a if you do go deeper, I'll stick to the Iyengar yoga principles of not going further than knees in line with toes. If you want to go deeper still, only go down, you can go tailbone deep, only as low as you keep your knees in line with toes. I'm sticking to the old school Iyengar principles there. Again, there's two schools of thoughts on squats. Again, none of them wrong, but none of them right. Lengthen up for the crown, shoulders over hips, head over shoulders. Even imagine there's a puppet string, a hook, a brace on your head, pulling your head up towards the ceiling. Lovely. Just lengthen up for the crown. And just see the silhouette of the hand passing past the eye line. Again, this one is believed to help the spleen and the eyes even. Yeah, pushing palms. Brilliant. Bang.